Hello, welcome back to one of our episodes, which I kind of promised is going to be more often, but unfortunately, actually, here we go. This is one of my tips and tricks episodes. I have been playing this game, I have no idea, way too much, and I have some experience concerning the food production, and there were some questions: how much is enough, how much is too much, and how much is not enough. So I wanted to cover in this short video, hopefully at 10-15 minutes max, how much food I produce, and I can tell you none of these are giving me any issues. So let's get started. As a disclaimer, I will not be covering any industrial needs of animal production, like skins and I'll touch upon it, but this was not my intent. So we're gonna start with 25 people rather than 7 or 8 in the beginning. 25 people in the beginning, you would have to hunt a little bit more just because you need some skins to create your tents and so on. But let's say that we have enough tents and that we have 25 people. This is our starting population of this review. So having 1 or 2 fishing areas, it's more than enough. That's gonna be your basic food production, and I keep it as that: 1 person manning fishing area that covers around 3. I think sometimes I can squeeze in 4 squares, but let's say 3 squares each one of those. That's what keeps me all the way up to 200 people. As a food diversity, of course, we have to add something else. Now, other than that, you don't have a lot of choices. You have gathering. So you have some gathering points that you put here and there. Usually I put less people, but having it at maximum doesn't make a lot of difference. It just means that it's going to be prioritized as soon as something is ripe for the taking, for picking. People are going to be upon it and they're going to collect it straight away. So that's it. That's the basic of your production. And of course there's the big one, the hunting. Hunting depends fully on you. If you have low-hanging fruits like animal wandering near your camp, just gather your people and hunt it. That extra skin is always going to be helpful for repairing your tents or building new ones. Hunting will greatly boost your food production. When you have dryers, it's going to be dried, so they're going to be fresh for a while. Well, they're going to be preserved for a while. So there we go, 25 people or early beginnings. I wouldn't go more than couple of fishing areas, couple of gathering areas, and when you have low workload, go and hunt. Okay, so 40 to 50 people, let's count it as 50 people, but even though we have 40, this is more than enough. We have 86 grain, that's not counting fish and meats and all the fruits and vegetables that we have collected during the spring, summer and autumn, and also fishing. It's gonna last you all year round. So here we have only couple of fields: emmer, chickpeas and barley, 2 of those being barley and emmer for animal food production, and chickpeas being for just intermediary, something that we have while the workload is low, just an extra food production. But I assure you that this is more than enough food for us to last for a while, even for a bigger population than this. Now the second thing that it shows here is we have Neolithic, we're actually in Copper Age, and we have even cattle domestication. This is something I stand firmly behind. It's the amount of animal you have in your barns, in your sheds, shelters. I never, rarely, or as an experiment, I never go above 20 limit on each. That would be sheep, pigs and cows, while horses I keep it at 50% of population. So this is what I would do usually. I would go to limits and I would limit our animals. Goats to 0. Bear in mind, goats are quite useful in the beginning until you research cows. After that, they're not really that useful. Donkeys compared to horses, I usually hang in there until we have researched horses, because horses after they're not useful anymore, they provide you more skin and bones and I think even meat. Actually meat 100%, but skin and bones, I think they give you more of that. So this is my animal production. We have 20 sheep, 20 pig, 20 cows, 50% horses. I'm saying them because at the end of their lifespan they turn to food as well, but there you go. Other than that, of course, we have two of all of our valuable fishing areas, one here and one somewhere else, or I didn't even place it here. So two fishing areas would be a thing that we do. No, there's no fishing area in this case. And of course I would keep one or two gathering points. So we have one here and we have one here. I would go for three maybe even, but at this time we don't need that much food. We are already overproducing. So 30, 40, 50, 60 people, actually 40, 50, 60 people. I wouldn't go more than 2 fields of grains, 1 field of pulses, just to do something, and a couple of industrial, but flaxes I'm not gonna cover those now. Trust me, this gives me more than enough even for industrial production of everything that we need. Right, going up to 87 people, I would like to call this up to 100 people. Up to 100 people, this is what we do. I already have fully productive animal production. Well, I'm not even sure how to call it better than this. And of course, as I said in the previous segment, 20 sheep, 20 pigs, 20 cows. Cows give you milk, sheep give you wool and meat. Of course, cows give you meat as well, skins. Pigs are only here because of the meat and skin. They produce quite fast and they're slaughtered quite fast. This is good because it keeps our leather and dry skin production, of course, meat as well. Now, of course, we have our 2 fishing areas. One of them is here, and the second one would be somewhere here. And we definitely should have a couple of gathering areas, but this map here is not really the best one for gathering, as there's a lot of forested areas. Not enough forested areas, a lot of hilly areas. So we have our 1 or 2 gathering points for gatherers, and of course we have our fields. I have 4 big fields. I wouldn't go more than that, even though technically I did. We have 4 big fields. I'm not counting these little bits and pieces. Probably, I'm pretty sure that I planted the 5th field just because we are expanding now. We're gonna need a lot of straw for the new line of houses here, so a little bit more food production for the animals and ourselves. But if I can point out here, 214, this is summer now, and we have 214 grain. This is enormous amount. This is rotting left and right. We don't know what to do with it, and we still don't even have a beer production, so much of this food is gonna go to waste. So 5 fields here plus these little bits, way too much. Don't go overboard with this. Straw production, that's up to you, but food production, you don't need this. I don't even have pulses here, so everything that we are producing here is more than enough for population up to 100, if not much more. And of course, let's cover our upper triple digits, 178 people. This is quite a bigger one. Also, there's a lot of industrial production happening here. I would reckon, yes, we have quite few breweries as well, and we have quite few fields. As you can see here, we have several fields of pulses. We have, I would say, 1.5 fields of flags, but that's industrial one. We don't want to cover that. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields. 7 fields plus all these bits can cover these bits. So I would say 7 big fields of our grains. So 7 fields of grains and 4 fields of pulses will keep you well fed. We have almost 200 people here. Then this is one of our later games, and we're doing quite well here. Yeah, let's cover the animals. Animal-wise, 20, 20, 20, perfect. We have horses at 56, but I'm pretty sure I set them up 50%, hopefully. Yes, I did. 50%. And of course, I want to just demonstrate this. I think once I did more than 2 fishing areas here. The one fishing area can cover 4 of those squares. So we should have another fishing area. Well, color me embarrassed. I don't have a second fishing area set up here. Anyway, I would definitely have 2 fishing areas on this side as well, and of course couple of gathering points. So we have a gathering point here, we have gathering point there, and we have a gathering point here. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a few more, but that's about it. 2 or 3 gathering points, 2 fishing areas, and 7 big fields, 4 pulses fields are, and 20 animals are more than enough to sustain us this population wise. I'm gonna cover a little bit bigger one in a second. And this is one of the bigger settlements I built. Usually I give up around 200 population because I never found it challenging to go as high as we can, even though game mechanics recently changed and all of these stuff can produce much more food nowadays. So what do we have here? 205 people. We have everything explored except saddle stones, and we have funeral rituals. We can upgrade most of our buildings here. We still didn't do that because this was the game I played before that, so technically all these houses can house 50% more animals, and these fields are, I think, much easier to harvest now, and this allows you to have much bigger population. So let's cover what we have here. 205 people. We have, I believe I put here a little bit more than 20 animals, but this was just an experiment, and I definitely, if I play this map again, I would put it back to 20. It's not necessary, but 25, 25, 25. We have 30 donkeys, which we definitely don't need, and I would definitely increase these to 50%. I believe this is a really good number. What do we have field-wise? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 fields. 4 fields of grains. There was 1 flax, and then we have, let's call this one field. We have these are scattered everywhere. Okay, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 fields. I believe there's 6 fields plus these little bits and pieces. Let's call it 7 fields. So 7 fields, 200 people easily. We have lentils, pulses here, lentils. This should be chickpeas, and we have 3 of those. And we have quite a few orchards, but this started as an experiment, and definitely I'm against the orchards. I don't think they're so useful. I think raw forest can give you better things than the orchards can. You don't get wood from this, and from forest you can get wood, you can get berries, you can get nuts, you can get everything that you need from forest, more than enough. There's a food diversity. Keep your lentils, keep your pulses, and keep your grains as a main food production, as well as your meat, and then spice it up with fish and a couple of gathering points, and voila, done and dusted. So from my point of view, this is what you need. 200 people, no more than 7 fields of grains, no more than 3 fields of pulses, and industrial, I'm not gonna cover it industrially, and of course animals, we keep them at 20, okay, 25, 20 to 25 sheep, 20 to 25 pigs, and 20 to 25 cows. I'm gonna do another video covering which animals, why do we choose them, and all that good stuff, but not in this episode. There you go, guys. Don't overdo with the food. Keep expanding gradually. Don't let it slide, and yeah, hope it helps. If you didn't by now, consider subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to press notification button. It always helps. Guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.